are the Sixers making a mistake not trading Ben Simmons?
I think they made a mistake not trading him this summer. They should have done that. If anybody wants to argue with me about trading him now, okay, I'll stand down because obviously you got to make sure you get the right deal at this particular moment in time. They should have moved him, though. He shouldn't still be a member of this team. And the fact that nothing has happened with Joel Embiid having an MVP season. This brother might win MVP. He has been nothing short of spectacular. You are wasting away his season. Because let me tell you something. Here's where it really becomes egregious. The one thing we know, KP, about Joel Embiid is that you cannot rely on him staying healthy. It's always a concern. Every time he's out there, you're wondering when he's going to get hurt. Durability is an issue. It's the only issue with him, but it's a huge, huge issue. So while you have him playing at this level, you need to prioritize maximizing everything that he brings to the table. Now, one day you hear Daryl Morey's being held back by ownership. Another minute you hear that's not the case. Ownership has deferred to Daryl Morey, and Daryl Morey is determined to make a splash with this. Here's the bottom line. No matter what equation you look at, Daryl Morey's in the middle of it. You're a veteran executive who we all respect, but Daryl Morey has no championship on his resume. And the fact of the matter is, with Joel Embiid playing the way he's playing, you could have it. So you got to do something with Ben Simmons because you can't stand pat and leave Joel Embiid hanging like this. That's my position.
Well, what you mean hanging? What you mean hanging?
I don't think they're good enough to win a chip. I don't think they're winning enough to win a chip.
I think they're good enough to make it out of the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference has been looking real. They've been looking real suspect. When I look at the Milwaukee Bucks, they've been looking suspect. We don't know what the hell is going on with the Brooklyn Nets right now. And when it comes down to Joel Embiid, right now, when you talk about skills on the offensive end, it's Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid, and then it's everybody else for us getting buckets. But here's why, if I'm Daryl Morey, I don't rush to trade Ben Simmons. It is not on Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers to take less for Ben Simmons because of his lack of production last year in the postseason. Remember this, Doc Rivers caught a lot of heat for not benching Ben Simmons. And some would say that the Philadelphia 76ers would have beat the Atlanta Hawks if Doc would have benched Ben Simmons and rolled with Tyrese Maxey, by the way, who slipped all the way in the draft. Shout out to those dummies out there that passed up on him because the guy's a flat-out stud. So when I look at the team that they have, when I look at the Seth Curry, when I look at Tobias Harris, when he actually want to show up and show up to work and show the world why he's getting top dollar, when I look at a young stud like Tyrese Maxey, and I look at their bench, they don't have a lot of household names, but they have some hoopers. And so what I'm looking at what Philly is doing and how they're playing, Stephen A., they're super motivated. And when you have a team that's motivated and coming together the way that they are right now, that's a dangerous team to face. So with the East being wide open, and right now Joel Embiid arguably being the best player in the Eastern Conference today, I would stand pat if I was Philly. I would tell Ben Simmons, stay at your hotel room or your mansion or wherever you at and keep a cool booty because we're not going to trade you and get back less.
Listen, let me tell you something. I think you misconstrue what I say when I bring a situation like this up often. So let me crystallize it for you in a fashion that you will completely embrace. There's a sucker born every minute. Find who the hell that is and get a deal if you Daryl Morey. I am not saying take less. I'm saying you Daryl Morey. Do you shoot jump shots? No. Do you dunk? No. Do you defend? No. Do you play at all? No. Do you coach? No. Your job is to wheel and deal to give the coach and the players the best chance to win. Daryl Morey, find a way. And here's another reason why I say this, KP. Elton Brand was doing a hell of a job. I love Daryl Morey. Love him to death. You understand? So love him and his family. I'm telling you this right now. I think Daryl Morey could be president of the basketball operations 90% of the teams in the league. I didn't think Philadelphia needed him. Elton Brand was there doing a damn good job. What the hell you bring him in there for? Because he's Daryl Morey. So if you Daryl Morey and you brought up in there, and a star like Ben Simmons comes to you last year in June, in July, and says, yo, I don't want to be here. What the hell you hold on to him for all of this time? You got to get something done. This team is not, I want to be repeat, they ain't coming out of the East, bro. They ain't coming out of the East like this. It's not happening. I don't give a damn what anybody says. And I love Maxey and Thibault and Seth Curry and Tobias Harris and all of them brothers. They're not coming out of the East without a deal for Ben Simmons. It's not happening.
Well, listen, let me ask you this, Stephen A. Daryl Morey has been known to be one of the most aggressive GMs in the game today, right? We know he's not afraid to pull the trigger. His history shows it when he was with the Rockets. Matter of fact, he pulled off a trade and got James Harden, and OKC took Kevin Martin, okay? So, I mean, he's known for pulling off and winning deals. Here's the thing. If you trade Ben Simmons, what's out there? What's out there? What's out there that you're going to trade Ben Simmons besides a Dame Dollar who has already...
Did we know that Kevin Martin was... did we know that James Harden was out there for a Kevin Martin? We never dreamed that would happen, but it happened. You find ways to get deals done. Get a third team, 14 ball. I don't give a damn. I'm not getting specific. I'm simply saying you, Daryl Morey, you got to get a damn deal done. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.